foundation experience. So this is something new that we're offering as an experience option. Because you know what I found is that a lot of people want to have foundation and they want to have things like under eye corrector or concealer, but they don't necessarily want a full color experience. Right. So this is a great in-between for people that want a quick appointment or that people that they just really want to focus on making sure that they've got absolutely the right colored foundation. This is also another appointment, just like skincare, right? Because what are we focusing on selling? Skincare. Okay. Skincare. Okay. Skincare. Skincare. Okay. So just like skincare, foundation is the second most important item that you can provide as a beauty consultant. Women will shop around for eyeshadows, they'll shop around for lip colors, but once they find their foundation, there is no separating them from it, right? And that's a customer for life. And one of the things that I've really learned is that when you get core foundation customers, then through things like samples in their reorder bags, inviting them out to guest events to see the new products, and things like that, you expand them into so many products. But that customer came initially from getting that skincare and that foundation appointment.
And another reason we've added the foundation appointment is because before we add things as an experience, we test them in the field. And we have found that foundation appointments are yielding consultants a high profit, and more time saved in their schedules, and ultimately success. And so when we see consultants in the field doing something that's, providing success, then we want to make sure that as many consultants as possible get to dip into that success.
And we heard a statistic out there from Mary Kay that over 90% of women are wearing either the wrong shade or the wrong formula of foundation. 90%. So it's something that is an easy appointment for you to book. And like Jackie said, a high profit appointment, because people want foundation.
They want to look and feel like the best version of themselves. So even if they are really liking the natural look, skin is as natural as it gets. So if you can find the right look that evens their skin tone without even adding color, that's going to be an exciting moment for them. So they don't even need to be a makeup wearer to be a foundation customer.
Yes, foundation is the final step of skincare.
Yep.
So what we're going to talk about is the things now. Remember our cute little caddy, she keeps changing with every appointment. So in a foundation appointment, there's a lot of different foundations that we offer. So as a newer beauty consultant or consultant building your business, there's some that we're going to talk about in here that you can keep building as you go. But the one thing that I will say is I'm going to quickly tell you the foundation options that we have. And I will say that it is crucial, in my opinion, to at least have a neutral shade like a dark ivory or a light beige in every single type, even if you're just getting started. That way they can at least feel the consistency of all the different types of foundations. Okay, so first we have our Time Wise foundation. So these come in a matte wear and in a luminous wear. So one of the resources that we've made available for you, so you'll have the link and access to that, is these cute little labels that go on them. What the labels mean is the color. So they have blue, black, or orange, and that's based on your undertone. So if you're a cool undertone, you would go up by cool color. So you would try, let's say you're an ivory and you're cool. So your first option would be an ivory 100, then an ivory 110, and then a beige 110, because you're skipping everything that does not have a cool undertone. If you're a warm undertone, again, you would skip from warm to warm and then neutral. So the really nice thing about the new foundations is they melt into your skin.
Oh my gosh.
So what we do is we take, can you give me the sponge tip applicators? They should be over here. Good. So what we learned was to take 3 sponge tip applicators and to demo each one down the side of your face, whoop, whoop, with a different, you can't use the same applicator because then you're mixing the shades together, and let them melt. And you'll be so surprised because I'm like, melt them, melt.
45 seconds to a minute.
It's crazy.
Before you decide what shade they are.
They melt. Because I'm always like, oh, it's definitely that one. And then I'm like, well, we're supposed to let them melt. And then I'll come back and like, oh, nope, it's this one. So let them melt. So that's where these cute little sponge tip applicators come in hugely handy. Okay, so that is that. These come in a matte formula and a luminous formula. So those are all of our, and these cases are limited edition right now. So if you're watching this video and they're still available, hop onto InTouch and grab them. If not, then you just throw all these in a black mesh bag that you get for $1 on section 2. Okay, so you can zip that one up. The next foundation that's super popular is our CC Cream. So this is the foundation shade that really we're demoing at all of our other appointments except for our color experience or our foundation matching experience. But CC Creams are fantastic. They're super easy to match. They build your confidence as a beauty consultant, but they aren't the perfect fit for everybody. So for me, I only wear CC Cream when I'm going to the pool. Everything else that I do, I'm wearing liquid foundation. So they're in here too for people that want that really lightweight moisturizer type foundation. The next foundation that we have is our mineral powder foundations. Now, again, I'm showing my Mary Kay age. When I became a Mary Kay beauty consultant, these were the brand new hot items. So these are comparable to other companies' mineral foundation. And we don't talk about it as much since we have the CC Cream and it's so easy to match. But these sell like crazy for me. So the mineral foundations are fantastic. They have this cute little, I'm nervous.
You're good.
Okay. They have these cute little locks up here that you can lock them so that this doesn't happen. And they get stuff everywhere. These are Jackie's. That's what I get, right?
That's true.
So these are great for you to have. The other thing that I really like is if I want a true polished finish, you can put the mineral foundation on top of the CC Cream. You can also put it on top of the liquid foundation. So that one's not as recommended, but if you're like me, that's what I do.
And the cool thing is, it does depend on what kind of coverage you're looking for.
I went full.
She went full.
All capital letters.
So because this is considered a more medium to full coverage, and so is the 3D foundation, you don't need necessarily both of them because you're already getting a full coverage from each of them.
Correct.
But if you do struggle with oily skin, for instance, your powder is going to continue to absorb that oil. Now, the exciting thing is Mary Kay actually came out with a full educational slideshow that's going to give you like lots of reasons for your different types of people and which one to recommend. So, you know, we're not going to go through today and make you guys sit here for all the different education, but we're going to graze over each of them. And then you can take the time to go through and actually start to understand which ones you carry and who you recommend them for. The more comfortable you are with that, the easier it's going to be because you're going to be like, oh yeah, you're oily. You might want to start with that mineral powder. You know, you'll know that right off the top of your head.
Awesome. And then we have our cream to powder formula and we have our pressed powders. Now, pressed powders aren't a foundation.
Correct.
They are a finishing powder, but in here is the pressed powders and our contours and highlights. But these are also great to add on top of the CC Cream or to have, like, for those with traditionally the powder your nose to carry in their purse. So the other thing you want to make sure you have for your foundation appointments is our tools. So all three of the liquid foundations, which the sponge is missing, it's in the other bag, but the blending sponge, the liquid foundation brush, and the blending brush, as well as the powder foundation brush, which would be for the mineral foundation, so that they're seeing all the tools available depending on what foundation they pick. And then, of course, having things like your foundation primer, your translucent powder, your finishing spray, as well as also having your under-eye corrector and your concealers are all great tools that you could have to help people find the perfect coverage that they want for their foundation. So that's a foundation appointment and what you should have with you.
Absolutely.
Bye!
Bye.